Alright guys, in this video I'm going to be talking about the two biggest mistakes I made when dealing with hair loss. But before we get started, if you guys are interested in having a hair transplant or you want to check out some real surgeon reviews, I'm going to go ahead and link the Hair Restoration Network discussion forum in the description box, guys. It's a free form to register and there are thousands of real patient reviews, so take advantage. Alright, now let's get started. Okay, so my biggest mistake when dealing with hair loss was living in denial. A few years after I had initially thought that I was losing my hair, I had just grown my hair out and I started convincing myself that that was actually a fluke and that I was not losing my hair and that I was just dealing with stress, and stress was making me lose my hair. And at the time I had gone through a bad breakup and I was like, you know what, it was the breakup. That's what it was. I was dealing with stress, I was stressed out, I was going to school and my hair started to fall, and you know, people didn't bring it up to me anymore, so I just kind of thought out of sight, out of mind. I'm not losing my hair anymore, and I'm fine. Until I got a rude wake-up call.
Steve, we just want to let you know, we know you're bald. We think you should stop wearing the Snickers.
What do you mean?
It's not fooling anyone.
Literally, from a good friend of mine, letting me know that, no, in fact, dude, you're actually going bald, so you need to do something about it. That is one of the biggest mistakes that I see guys making all the time. They'll come on the forum and they'll be like, how do I treat this temporary hair loss that I got from stress? And you'll see the horseshoe pattern, like, dude, that's not temporary hair loss, my man. That is male pattern baldness. The quicker you do something about it, the more hair you're gonna be able to retain in the long run. So if you fear that you're losing your hair, the best thing you could do is go to a dermatologist or a hair transplant surgeon to microscopically evaluate your hair and to see that if you're actually thinning or if your hair is miniaturizing. That's the best thing you can do. But a bit of advice, guys, if you think you're losing your hair, you probably are. Okay, so the second biggest mistake I made when dealing with hair loss was stopping Rogaine or minoxidil. Initially, I had gotten on minoxidil when I still had a lot of hair left on my head. And it was miniaturizing, but it was still pretty healthy and it was salvageable. I started taking minoxidil, and I remember I would scratch my head because it made my head kind of itchy. I'd scratch my hair and literally clumps of hair were on my hands. And I was freaking out, and I was going online and people were saying that this was normal, but I was literally just like scratching off just clumps of hair, and I was like, this can't be normal. This is crazy. So I abandoned it. I stopped taking it, and to be honest with you, the clump of hair that I was pretty much scratching off, not only did it not grow back, but the hair just got even worse afterwards. And a lot of people like to attribute this to somehow minoxidil makes your hair worse or you go balder if you stop it. No, that's not the case. What happens when you stop treatment, whether it's finasteride, whether it's minoxidil, is you get what's called catch-up hair loss, which means that the hair that you were hanging on to accelerates and you start to lose it because that's the hair that the medication was holding on to. And now that you stopped it, now you're gonna lose it. So that is a big one. I know that a lot of guys get freaked out when they start shedding, and sometimes this even happens with finasteride. People call it the finasteride shed, even the dutasteride shed. Any treatment that you start shedding, it's normally a good sign because the weak hair follicles enter the telogen phase, which is the resting phase. So how treatment works is that it starts to stimulate growth, right? But the weak hair follicles need to enter the dormant phase first so that they could come back stronger and thicker. That's why your hair sheds. And if you're shedding a lot, it's because a lot of your hair is miniaturizing. A lot of your hair is weak, and a lot of your hair needs to get stronger. That's the reason why you're shedding a lot. And for me, I was a diffused hair loss pattern, so pretty much all my hair was shedding and I was freaking out. That was a huge mistake. I still to this day think, how much hair could I have saved had I just continued with the minoxidil? Today, I take minoxidil almost every day religiously. I will not stop it. I think it's a great treatment option. I know a lot of guys think that it doesn't work, but believe me, it works. All right, in closing, guys, if you guys liked this video and you guys found it informative, I would really appreciate it if you guys would go ahead and give me a like. And if you guys like the content that I put on this channel, which I really truly hope you guys do, because I just want to educate you guys for free. I hope that you guys would subscribe. I would really appreciate that. And if you guys think that anybody would benefit from this video, go ahead and share it with them. All right, till next time.